Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Carlos Klein. I used to work as a head of legal in a retail company in Brazil. And now I made a decision. I changed my career and I own my own office in Brazil. Um, I feel very honored to share this case with you today because it changed everything in the way the clients perceive us, from bottleneck to a business partner. Let me show how you got there. Three things today. NPS as a transformation tool, NPS as a journey through four zones, and how you can start. But before we get into the framework, I want to start with a truth, a harmful one. That quote, a harmful truth is better than a useful lie. Thomas Mann, The Magic Mountain. He wrote it in 1924. Raise your hands here if you ever heard someone say legal is the bottleneck. I raise my hand too. Yeah. That is not an insult. That is a diagnosis. And today we're going to talk about the cure. You know, Devil's Advocate, Al Pacino says, vanity is definitely my favorite sin. Most of times we are so obsessed with ourselves that we forget who we need to serve. And we never stop to ask them how they feel. The cure starts with one question, just one. On a scale from 0 to 10, how likely are you to recommend working with our legal team to a colleague? Simple, right? Almost too simple. That's the point. We are not asking, did you get the contract signed? We are asking, how did it feel? Would you recommend us? Legal has never done this because most of us just want to get the job done. But getting the job done and being truly valued are not the same thing. The answer to this question divide our clients into three groups. Let me show you. Score 0 to 6 detractors. They are not just unhappy, they are actively telling others to avoid you. Score 7 to 8 passives, satisfied but not loyal. One bad experience and they become detractors. Here's the point. Scores 9 to 10, promoters, your internal champions. The one who says get legal in the room first. NPS is equal promoters minus detractors. Passives do not count, but they will the moment they become dissatisfied. Think about what happens in most of companies. A deal is ready to close. A product is ready to launch. And someone says, we need legal to reveal this. The room gets quiet, energy drops, not because lawyers are bad, because the system was never designed for speed, only for safety, for coverage, and risk avoidance, and without ever asking your clients what they actually need. Nobody ever stopped to ask the other side, how does it feel? Is what we are doing actually enough for you? That question is where everything changes. And once you start asking, you realize this is not a moment, it's a journey. And that journey has a map. According to your NPS score, your legal service will fall into one zone or four zones. Critical zone, below zero. Your clients are not just dissatisfied, they are warning others to avoid you. This is a wake up call. Most legal teams never even get there because they are too afraid to ask. Improvement zone, 0 to 49. You're moving, you're listening. Not perfect, but going the right direction. Quality zone, you're a reliable partner now. Internal clients trust the process. This is where legal ops ambition stop. Do not stop here. Zone of excellence. This is where legal becomes a competitive advantage, where the business says, we move faster because of legal, not in spite of it. The zone of excellence is not a destination, it's a commitment, renewed every single day. And it not only works if you measure it consistently with method over time. But now you know why you are here. You need to understand what your clients are actually experiencing. And for that, you need more than a number. You need an empathy. NPS makes the invisible visible. It gives you a number, and behind that number, a story. A story about what your clients actually needs from you. Data without empathy is just a spreadsheet. NPS connects the number to the human. And here's the tool that helps you to read that human story. When, when we got our first NPS result, we used the empathy maps to make sense of what we are hearing. Let's walk through it together. Think and feel. We imagine our client here. Let's figure out what he think and feel. I have no idea, for example, what legal is doing with my contract. Is it really necessary taking weeks to make this analysis? The client feel anxious, powerless, waiting for a black box to open. For example, what he see, emails going in, silence come back, deadlines on their side, no visibility. What they hear, legal always takes forever, that's worse. Just send an email and pray, and pray. This is the reputation being built, one conversation at a time, without you in the room. Say and do. What they say, legal is the bottleneck, for example. What they do, they rotate around you. This is signing without review. They are asking forgiveness, not permission. And pain and gain, for example. Lost time, lost deal, lost truth. There again, what they actually want. They want speed, clarity, a partner who has their back. Without NPS, without asking, ever how would you ever know any of this? You would not. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. I know what you're thinking right now. This is a great framework, but does it actually work? Can a legal team really move from detractors to excellence? Let me tell you exactly what happened to us. We used the empathy map to understand what our clients really needed. And what we found out was not comfortable. We started in the improvement zone, as you can see it. And for the next 3 years, we stayed there, growing, learning, adjusting. The board of directors did not believe we could reach excellence zone. We did not have enough budget for structural changes our clients were asking for, and yet we move it. Because the excellence zone is not about budget, it's not about technology, it's not about AI, it's about commitment. So, how do I start? 3 pillars, that's all. If you dare to run your first NPS, here's how to start. Simple and strategic planning. Do not write a big transformation plan. Pick three big points from this feedback. Plan it, measure it, and repeat it. Simplicity is a strategy. You have a good plan, good. Now comes the hard part, executing it every single day. Yes, indeed. Most of us do not have a team, that's fine. But you can still do this. Relentless project management. The number one reason transformation fails is not resistance, it's drift. Plans without honors, meetings without decisions, good intentions without follow up through. Be relentless. Track everything, own every commitment. And when the plan is running, your journey will still test you. And it's and that is what the third pillar is for. Your NPS will drop. It probably will drop. Your clients will raise the bar. Trust me. There will be a quarter where the score goes backwards, a crisis, a bad year. We live in a world of a permanent disruption, you know that. But resilience is not pretending things did not happen. Resilience is staying in the journey anyway. These three pillars do not require a budget. They do not require new technology. They require a decision. They require commitment to see through. Look this image. People walking together, close up, above the clouds, above the noise. They don't know exactly where the path leads, but they are moving, and they are not alone. I choose this image on purpose because that's what NPS work feel like. There were moments I was convinced we were going backwards. Moment we thought we couldn't stand the pressure. When I thought I was making a mistake as a leader, leading my team to a wrong way. And then we made this decision. We decided to listen the inconvenient truth of our clients. Yes, I was afraid. Yes, but I had to do it. You've seen the number, it was brutal. But the number already existed. Before we ever run the survey, your clients already have it in their heads, in their conversation. The only question is, do you want to know? This moment is asking us to show up differently, not just as experts, as partners, not as just guardians of risks, as builders of trust. We started today with a quote: "A harmful truth is better than a useful life, unuseful lie." Your NPS, whatever it is a harmful truth, and it's infinitely better than a comfortable lie that everything is fine. So here's your call to action. Not a strategy, not a roadmap. Just start with one conversation. Go back, ask the question, face the number, whatever it is, and then choose to move. You're not alone. I walked this path. Others in the room already walked it. And here we are, willing to walk with you, together in the journey. Thank you.